Right, so why the hell is everyone talking about Pokemon like it's the early 90s? That's what me and Louise here are going to tell you.
Yes, we are.
Busy?
Yeah, no, well, I almost caught him. It's fine.
Right.
Absolutely fine.
We're going to cover what Pokemon Go is, how you can play it if you're not already doing it, and we've even got some quick tips for you. So, Louise, it's managed to get us outside.
Yes, we are. It's lovely. There's
But
air and
there is air.
actual wildlife and everything.
And Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
But
There's
what
Pokemon.
is Pokemon Go?
So Pokemon Go is an official app from the Pokemon company, but it's made by a developer called Niantic. It's on both Android and iPhone. It basically means you go outside. It's got AR technology. It uses the GPS on your iPhone or your Android phone, and it tracks you. You wander around as an actual Pokemon trainer, catching Pokemon, and you pretty much want to catch them all.
Okay, so if I haven't got it yet, how can I actually get this game?
So it depends where you are. If you are currently in the US or Australia, you can currently download it on your iPhone or Android device from your app store. If you are in the UK, you can't currently do that.
Right, and it's not just the UK,
It's not just the UK, and the rest of Europe doesn't have it, but Germany does, which means Europe's going to have it very, very soon.
Okay, so if I haven't got it, there are ways to get it
There
in
are
the
ways
UK.
to get it. There are ways
Not
to get it.
legal, technically, ways.
Well, the iPhone way is technically legal. Basically, what happens is
Do that.
We'll give you, if you have an iPhone, it's much easier, and you can change the region of your iPhone. We'll put the description, in the full description, we'll have instructions of how to do it. But basically, you switch over and you use an American account so that you then download it onto your device. When it comes to Android, I haven't done it personally. I have an iPhone and I'm quite fortunate. People have downloaded an APK file, which we must stress is not an official way of doing it. A lot of people have it. That's why a lot of Pokemon gyms in areas already have people, because people with Android phones have downloaded this.
Yeah, there'll be a link to an APK in the description. On Android, you have to turn off some security settings, read all security settings, and allow your phone to install third-party devices. So if you want to take that risk, you can, but be aware that some of it could contain viruses and malware and other things like that.
It's very much at your own discretion. We
Yes.
don't advise.
No, but
It's
you
not
can
something
do
we
it.
support, but you can do it.
Okay, so once we've downloaded it,
Yeah.
basically you load it up,
Yes.
and then it's essentially a lot of walking that you're going to have to do.
A lot of walking. There's going to be a lot of walking. There's already people complaining about sore feet. I was out on Saturday. I got sunburned because I was out for 9 hours catching Pokemon. So basically, you're on the map, and around you, you can see little blue squares, which are in kind of landmarks. So a lot of churches, a lot of train stations, that kind of thing. You go to these Pokestops, you spin the Pokemon logo, and you get items. So you get Pokeballs, much needed. You get revives and you get potions, which you're going to need to do to get your Pokemon up levels at gyms, things like that. But the main thing is catching Pokemon. So when it comes to catching Pokemon, you're walking around the map, you look, and you can see that there are certain things on the map with paw prints under them. So your certain Pokemon, if you haven't caught them, they're greyed out. So you might have a greyed out Pikachu or an Ekans or something. I found an Abra on the back of my sofa. So you click on them and that will show you how far away they are. And that uses paw prints. So 1 paw print means it's really close. They're probably going to pop up really soon. 2 and 3 means you're going to have to walk in a certain direction to do it. We'll say that there's a lot of people saying, oh, I need to go into my neighbour's garden to get this Pikachu. You don't. If you can see Pikachu on your map, just touch the Pikachu and a screen will come up where you can then it brings it into your phone using AR technology, so you can then see the Pokemon and then you can flick your Pokeball to catch them. So you do not need to trespass into anyone's car or personal space or anything like that. You just need to flick a Pokeball at them if you can see them on the map.
Okay, so that's a quick guide how to play it and how you can download it and what it is. Quick tips then before we go.
Okay, so
Pikachu.
Pikachu, yes, you can get Pikachu as a starter Pokemon. It's not really a starter Pokemon because you're catching them all anyway, but what happens is when you load up the game, you are given the option to catch your standard three. And if you do not catch them, so if you walk far enough away and they respawn, and then you do it again, and you do it again, so if you do it 4 times in total, Pikachu will appear, and then you can catch Pikachu as your first Pokemon.
It took me like 20
rare.
minutes.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, see, I didn't catch him to start with. I caught him in a random town.
Okay, yeah, I had to walk away and then it was like, oh, he's not here. Go back again.
Yeah.
And it took quite a long time. I mean, I have him.
Yeah, well, that's good.
But
I have him too. But it's,
so now I feel worthless.
In terms of other tips, Pokestops. If you see a Pokestop with like confetti around it, sort of pink streamers, that has a lure on it. So basically what that means is you can go to that Pokestop and chances are there'll be lots of Pokemon around it, so they'll be gravitating towards it. So you can put that there. You can earn it as you level up, because your character does level up. The more XP you earn, the more Pokestops you go to, the more things you find, etc., etc. So you can earn these lures and everyone can share it. So if you want to be a good human, put a lure down where you know a lot of your friends are and you'll get loads of Pokemon. A personal lure, which is called incense, It just works for you. So that works for 30 minutes. On the map, it shows that you've got like a little purple cloud around you, and you walk along with that and you attract Pokemon. So my advice is, I went to the beach at the weekend and I turned on the incense when I got to the beach so I could get all the water Pokemon, because obviously each geographical location has different kinds of Pokemon in it. In terms of other tips, if you're having problems catching a Pokemon, feed them a raspberry. Now they are something that you can pick up at Pokestops, and if you're having problems, they keep escaping the Pokeball, then you can feed them this and they'll be easier caught. A little heart appears next to them and you can catch them much easier. Also, lots and lots of walking involved, but you can get eggs. So eggs work in incubators. You can get eggs again at Pokestops. You pop them into an incubator and then you walk for, I think I've got a few at 5 kilometres, but also one at 10.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of walking to do, but then it'll eventually hatch, hopefully, an exciting Pokemon.
And the good news is that for none of this so far, you have to spend any actual money.
No.
There are in-game microtransactions,
Yes.
but you do have an incubator for free in your inventory, so you don't have to actually go and buy one.
And you'll get more as you level up. You'll get more incubators, which is a really good thing. So I haven't spent anything yet, and I have a full item box.
And loads of Pokemon.
And loads, like 50 Pokemon out of the 150 that you can get. So not
Okay.
bad going.
Well, that's our quick guide to Pokemon Go. Hope you found it useful. If you've got any more tips, put them in the comments below, and don't forget to stay tuned for GamesRadar for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on the channel.
Happy training.